Today I fudged up by thinking a woman was a boy and groping her boob, kind of NSFW though it happened at work. Obligatory. This actually happened a little over a year ago and throw away because I don't want people on my main account to know what I do for a living, so I work for the TSA and have for a few years now. It's a good job overall. I'm underpaid but the benefits are nice and I get overtime when I want it. A little over a year ago during the week leading up to Christmas we had some really bad weather that delayed all the flights. I volunteered to stay late so that my co-workers could go home to their families. Most of the work was done anyway so it was mostly just standing around waiting for the odd latecomer. I was working the space tube thingy. When 3 passengers came up together, a middle-aged man, a middle-aged woman and a teenage boy. I figure it's a family traveling together for the holidays and go about my work. Mom goes through, all is fine. Dad goes through, all is fine. Kid comes up, I get a good look at him, hoodie, sweatpants, shortish hair, smooth face. I figure he's about 13 maybe 14, I hit the button, direct him to wait with me for a moment. And then gesture to the screen which lit up on his chest area. I tell him that I have to pat that area down. He's a little nervous, I figure that because he's so young. This is probably his first time getting a pat down, but he says okay and I start the pat down. I do the left side of the chest and feel some move which catches me off guard because he didn't look chubby at all. I move to the right side of the chest, read what's on the hoodie and it all clicks at once. The hoodie has the name of the local college on it. This is an adult, not a child. He's not wearing sweatpants / she / is wearing yoga pants. She doesn't even know the couple that just came through. I look at her face which is bright red, my hand is still on her boob. And I pull it back like I just got bit by a snake. I immediately call for my supervisor who comes over and asks what's wrong and I explain the situation to her. My supervisor covers her mouth. And at first I thought she was absolutely mortified, but then I realized she's trying not to laugh. She takes a minute to pull herself together, tells me to go take a break and finishes screening the passenger herself. Once that was done I apologize to the passenger. She tells me it's fine, that it wasn't the first time she was mistaken for a boy and she probably should have said something before I started touching her. I leave her alone and go talk to my supervisor to figure out exactly how fired I am. She tells me to calm down, that it was just an honest mistake and that she has my back if the passenger files an official complaint. But that probably won't happen and I shouldn't be worried. That reassured me a little, but I still groped a woman and ruined Christmas, so I feel like an absolute monster. I swallow my shame and finish my shift. Then I go into the airport proper to find some food because I just finished a 12-hour shift and there's no way I have the energy to cook dinner. I saw my hapless victim sitting at her gate, waiting for her flight. I went up to her to apologize again and saw that the flight had been delayed until morning. It was about 11 at night. I apologize again. She says it's fine. And I ask her if she's planning to stay the whole night. She says she has to. All the hotels in the area are booked. I tell her that I'm getting some dinner and offer to get her some food as well. After all, I already got to second base. I think it's only fair that I buy her dinner. She agrees and we go to one of the restaurants that is open late, get some food, and start eating. She said she gets mistaken for a boy a lot and it's not a big deal. I told her about how I had long hair and no beard in college and at the gym people would frequently walk into the men's bathroom, see me and do a double take to make sure they didn't walk into the ladies' room. She laughed and we ended up talking for a few hours before I finally told her that I had to get home, and apologized again for the accidental molestation. She said that all is forgiven if I promise to take her on a real date when she gets back. I agreed. She gave me her phone number, and I went home and immediately started texting her. We kept talking until her flight finally left, and when she got back I picked her up at the airport and a few days later took her on that date that I promised her. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. She has long hair now. TLDR, thought an adult woman was a teenage boy, touched her on the boob. Everything worked out better than expected. I've been inappropriately touched on my butt by like 3 different TSA guys on 3 separate trips through Denver and not once has any of them offered to buy me dinner. Gotta be honest, I feel a little left out. I'm dating someone I thought was a young boy when we met. Backs away slowly. What anime is this? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. It's free. Check out some other videos I've made.